Yeah, we got our characters locked in. It is going to be Alex versus Olimar, Shuton versus Syrup. Nerf, let's get it.
Yeah, let's get in indeed. We're going to go to in game one, small battlefield. All right, so this is going to be a small Earth stage than the usual PS2 start. Shuton going to be able to use the Pikmin throw as much as he wants at this stage because there is less distance for Syrup to avoid it. So to deal with some of the wall breaks and see what Shuton does to actually break down these walls. So far, the purple Pikmin is already doing enough of the heavy lifting on that front. So.
We saw this a little bit earlier too. The dirt walls don't pose too much of a threat for these Pikmin enhanced aerials, particularly the purple, knocking those down just about immediately. The problem is when you are stuck in corner, what can you do? Sure, this time backing off, giving Shuton so much space as he's just trying to build up a bunch of resources to make this a long, protracted battle.
All right, we've seen Shuton fight the other Steves so far in this bracket as well. He's doing a lot of the same kind of stuff where it's like I need to force out some of these longer hit-stop interactions where I can prepare for the anvil coming down and I can actually hold shield in time for that to connect and not have to worry about that threat. Still, Shuton kind of playing a little bit, I'm not going to say lackadaisical, but he's definitely playing a little bit more defensive. He's playing more passive, so that might actually work out in his favor because Syrup is also trying to figure out, like, what can I actually do here to find the ends?
So far, we haven't actually seen Shuton get opened up. Syrup has been basically getting these little burst options. Every now and then you'll smack Syrup away, but it doesn't last for too long. And then the second that Shuton's back in neutral, you actually have to start worrying. Those purple Pikmin are such a powerful tool in this matchup, just disjointed enough to fight off against the sword and the pickaxe.
But here's the thing, we are starting to build some of these blocks in stone walls as well, and that's going to give them more protection against the purple Pikmin even then. So there's more that you've got to do, and yeah, Shuton looking for some of these anti-airs and purple up smashes. Double purple right now, and that means that he's going to be able to have a little bit more confidence going into some of these neutral interactions. Still, he's taking a pickaxe to the face, and that's going to be another stock lost here in this first game. So this time we're going back to 2 stocks. It's not even because, I mean, Olimar can't really get the kill just yet, but we're close.
I mean, with that purple, if we get actually Syrup trying to play in the corner, I wouldn't be surprised if Shuton goes a little bit aggressive and perhaps a little bit over-aggressive. If that pick hadn't broken right there, Nerf, I think we might have seen the stock with double forward air.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised, but hey, on the platform, that's going to be just enough taken off the top, and Shuton takes another one. Good lead so far forming for him. Got to figure out if this anvil stuff is going to be a panic option or a saving grace here for Syrup.
Look at the damage, 85% off of a couple up smashes and up airs. The damage continues to rack up. Elytra actually getting Pikmin snatched twice in a row there. The latch dealing a ton of damage, already at 132. Great tech, but actually jumps away.
The block, though.
The block,
oh, wait.
untechable.
Well, it looked like it actually was second block. I can't really tell. I didn't see any red sparks, but I don't know. I felt like I kind of expected the ricochet. I definitely expected it to collide with the block. I mean, at the same time, it looked like it might have been. I'd have to see a replay, but I don't think we have a replay.
To be honest, you know what I think Syrup was doing? I think Syrup was holding down to try to actually decrease the momentum right there to make it a little bit easier to tech. But because of that, when you smack into the block, didn't get the tech, you were forced down instead of that ricochet off. You're right, it was a really awkward angle. I think that DI would have been the only reason why that would have popped up.
Yeah, this is it's always like a tenuous situation just because, you know, the blocks are there. They do create those unique interactions. You have to be ready for not only the tech, but the follow-up to the tech. It's just a lot of layers to these interactions that at the end of the day, you've got to figure out what's going to be the best way going forward. Shuton manages to make it out on that one, and Syrup on the wrong end of that ricochet that we talked about. So let's see if game 2 holds anything different for these two.
Same stage, though, at the very least. Would not be surprised if we see relatively similar real estate here in this setup. It feels as though both these players kind of like back and forth on these neutral stages. The counter picks can be beneficial, but I mean, it really is just about the neutral. Like, how is Syrup actually going to approach this? Is he going to get those early strings like we just see right here, 51%, and a solid lead that actually allows him to play a little bit defensively? Or is Shuton going to be able to stand at arm's length and toss Pikmin away?
But it's funny, you know, he instantly builds a better tool. He doesn't want to go with the basic tools that Steve's given. So it's starting to pay off, I think, a little bit. A lot of damage on Shuton for that reason. So we do have him just building this this stockpile of resources in the corner. The anvils have been really good so far in game 2. I feel like Shuton is not ready for them this time. I feel like maybe we need some more Pikmin tosses at the right times. His timing has been very good so far. So it does seem like maybe a bit of a lackluster part of it for him.
Oh, snatched up by the empowered minecart off stage, but
the
armors
whistle.
through the spike. So
Okay.
smart right there in that position.
Very nice whistle timing. I mean, obviously, Shuton has his get out of jail free card. It can't work forever, but hey, there it is. Another ricochet. This time we're still getting to the point where Syrup's got to be careful. Dying off the top is also a possibility, but hey, right off the side with the purple backer, I think it was. So yeah, that definitely was an issue.
We got to talk about how devastating it is to get Olimar underneath these platforms. Shuton is doing such a great job of covering any kind of landing from Syrup. I feel like Syrup has to be a little bit less greedy and go to the corner. But only 35% extra credit, though. Nothing a Pikmin Latch or 2 won't do.
Certainly not. But I don't think we've gotten really too much. I feel like Syrup has done the right things to get the Pikmin off fast enough, and now we have Diamond Tools, and this is looking really good. Lots of damage, and sending him really close to the blast zone. Forcing him into the funnel, like that's crazy. You have no other option. Come into my like little cave that I've built here, and all of a sudden you're exactly where I want you.
The devious contraption stealing a stock right there. Now Shuton actually trying to work off of a deficit, tries to get a purple Pikmin toss, but not going to connect. Recalls the lineup, and now double diamond for Syrup as well. It does feel like this is starting to slip away. Big damage again in the string, and gets the forward smash. Definitely a fake kill screen though. As good as that combo is, it ain't killing a fourth.
But what a combo it was, you know, the double spike down just to keep Shuton in place. Syrup securing a lot of damage off of that regardless of the kill or not. And the walls are getting stronger and stronger, and I feel like Shuton's defense, or aggression really, against those walls is not enough.
I mean, check the resources though. Syrup is looking a little bit light right now. Needs to take a minute to mine. Instead, Shuton trying to go ahead and close space, but again, challenging the wall, and this time had that forward smash locked and loaded. Syrup with a little bit of a surprise stock right there at the end.
Yeah, definitely the surprise, but that's kind of like the thing that, you know, that's the Steve classic. It's like, oh yeah, as soon as you get closer to the wall, you think that you're able to use what disjoint you have in the Pikmin in this case to beat down that wall. All of a sudden, I extend through the wall because forward smash is just an insane.
Disjointed enough.
With Diamond.
May not be necessarily the most disjointed swordy character among our staff, but it doesn't
Certainly
necessarily
enough.
matter.
Certainly
More
enough
than
to do the deal.
I mean, God, imagine Steve with like Marth range. No, don't want to think about that
No,
one.
I don't want to think about that, especially with Martinovers.
No.
Oh, God.
No.
Nope.
Definitely strong
Nightmare
enough.
fuel. All right, but let's get into it. We've got another game coming up. Breakaway lead. But can we do anything here on Town and City?
Interesting pick here from Shuton. I mean, we've seen a lot of the Pikmin latches actually choosing to rack up a ton of damage. So in this position where you have a little bit more space and also you get a little bit more dirt, not as much stone.
Yeah.
You get that and wood, also a lot easier for these Pikmin to knock down. The walls won't be as fortuitous here for Syrup, but the problem really is that you're giving more space for the Steve to retreat. So far, we've got a surfeit of resources here on Syrup's side.
Yeah, I mean, the real reason for Town and City is that Olimar is a very horizontal playstyle when you look at it. It's just like, no matter what, like you benefit so much from stages that have long, empty spaces, especially right now. The Pikmin throws, there's no escape around it, but the minecart is the exact same way, Scabs. And honestly, that's one of the things that I feel like it's a double-edged sword in many ways. Still, Syrup is finding enough juggles and keeping Shuton on the back foot. This is the issue. Even with the double purple and the blue, there's so many good setups, and Syrup is finding yet another one. And Shuton takes another stock lost to that up smash.
And the slight charge, too, just the presence of mind to recognize that Shuton wasn't hard committing to the mash, so you get a little bit of a charge and a lot earlier of a kill, even with a high ceiling on TNT.
Okay, getting the Pikmin off just enough. Get a little bit of jab stuff as well. More damage in between and forcing these conversions to happen. Shuton just cannot get out of the blender long enough for it to get him. He's just stuck in this corner. Look at this.
I mean, the entire wall behind and it's building even more now is Syrup, keeping the trap going, but barely missing on the back end of the down smash.
Okay. Still stuck here. Good roll in. Shuton not really ready for that one. Was covering the platform, but there's plenty of other options for Syrup to make his escape.
It just feels like Syrup is so at home here, just playing, shielding in the corner. Not quite long enough, though, as the barrage of aerials on that shield, enough to break Syrup's defense.
I feel like this is like the second time we've used the term barrage to describe Shuton's playstyle.
It's just hit after hit. They keep on coming.
Like, it just feels like he is relentless, and no matter what, he's always had like high APM, very, very quick playstyle, and just like constantly smothering you with options. It expedites certain options that he wants, and it forces you to not be able to use the ones that he doesn't.
I mean, Shuton likes to actually toss out a lot of these aggressive aerials. The problem is that do you really want to be challenging Steve with that pickaxe. It feels like 2 or 3 times in a row now, Syrup has been more aggressive than other Steves in this tournament, and Shuton just hasn't been able to respond.
Yeah, luckily we are still on Town and City, so that's not going to kill just yet. Even if Olimar is as light as he is, it won't really do too much here, and Syrup is going to get some damage for it, but we are still a full stock behind for Shuton. Got to figure out, like, what are the answers that we've been able to pull from for our successes against the other Steves? All of a sudden, Syrup starting to make headway in this set.
Looked like a little bit of a dash back, trying to give up a bit of space for Syrup to land and then respond aggressively, but instead, Trump back air, strong hitbox for sure, and Syrup looking like the adaptation has been there, perhaps studying a couple of the VODs that Shuton was doing earlier against a couple of these other Steve players.
Certainly, certainly. I know that Shuton was fervently watching in the back end, and he's doing his own research as well, but Syrup, I mean, he's seen this before, and he knows how to figure out the habits of certain players. I think he has a really, really good game sense, and I think that's helping him so much here. He did lose one game, but it feels like it doesn't even matter right now as we take it back to Town and City.
And one thing that I want to shout out is that Syrup has been playing a bit of Nest this weekend as well. I've seen a couple of those matches, so really the fundamental game plan that Syrup has been super, super strong, regardless of which character he selected.
That's true. I definitely think it's one of those things that, you know, you could keep in the back pocket if we take it to a Game 5. I don't even think we'll see it, though. That's the thing. It's like, I would love to see the Nest in this set, but I mean, I think we're pretty set on what is working right now, and it feels like that's putting the damage on Shuton.
Just swinging at a disadvantage, the up air right there to actually clip Shuton. This is not a tall character in Olimar. I really thought the Short King was going to be a little bit too low to be clipped by that one.
No, Short Kings get no love, man. Don't you know? Come on, man.
A little bit advantageous in that spot at the very least.
All right, still, we've got a good dash attack just to force Shuton back to the platform, but he's still comfortable enough there, going for double purple throws, plus the white as well. Wants to get that latch. Does get a little bit of damage, but not very much.
We talk about how quick it is to actually get rid of the Pikmin there with a little up air, with the up tilt. It's really, really hard for Ollie to get these long latch strings that can deal so much damage.
Well, I wonder if it's because, you know, all of the available options for Pikmin latch places on Steve/Alex are easily defeated by one option. I feel like we haven't seen very much passive damage dealt from that, so.
Great get up attack from Syrup to actually get out of the corner, and now swinging with the back air 1, 2, 3 times, and then it finally connects. Just keep fading in until it stops working, and so far Shuton not ready for those hitboxes.
Shuton grabbing the wrong way though, and Syrup almost takes an opportunity, but look at that! The blue comes back around, and we get a grab yet again.
Hey, one of the benefits of a small lineup, eh?
But yeah, of course, I guess so. It's a 50-50 whether you die or you're not, I guess. But hey, even on Town and City, you know, that up there wasn't enough, so.
Syrup just walking around up tilting, like eventually one of these are going to hit, and if you toss out a Pikmin, they'll trade at the very least. Hit boxes for days, continuing to swing right here. Ooh, looks like you're going for a back air, not going to connect. Instead, tons of damage, even gets the white latch too.
Wow, and yeah, Syrup was looking for an up smash there, but so much was going on that I think it kind of, again, smothered him. Still found the back air to get the kill here, and now we are on last stock for Shuton. This is a set point here. Gotta make it play. You gotta do something here. 94%, you can make some magic happen, but I feel like the passive playstyle that he's going for right now is just not gonna make it up quickly enough. I feel like Shuton is just getting outpaced.
In this position here, it feels as though this is the lineup to make this stock vanish, but the problem is, again, I want to give a shout out to what Syrup's doing here when the Pikmin are set up in a particular way. He's being very, very diligent to shield when purple's out first, and very, very diligent to spot dodge when blue's out. Actually gets the snatch into the back air, and that will take it. 3-1, Syrup continuing this run on winner's side.
Definitely really solid, consistent play from Syrup. I mean, Shuton, even despite all of the things that he was doing really well against Steves earlier in this whole bracket, or this whole weekend, it felt like he just came up too short against Syrup in this situation. Syrup had all the setups, got him caught in minecart too many times,